Welcome back to Network Africa. At least 10 members of Egypt's security forces have been killed by bombs which struck their vehicles in central Sinai during an operation targeting what the army describes as terrorist bases. A military spokesman says the security forces killed 15 people and arrested 7 others during the operation. They also found and destroyed half a ton of TNT explosive and seized 2 four-wheel drive cars containing armed grenades and hundreds of mobile phones. An affiliate of the Islamic State terror group is active in the Sinai Peninsula. It has been blamed for killing hundreds of soldiers and police since the military overthrew Islamist President Mohamed Morsi in 2013 following mass protest. Tanzania's President John Magufuli has sacked his information minister, who launched an investigation into a powerful government administrator accused of intimidating a popular private media station in the main city, Dar es Salaam. In a mini reshuffle announced this morning, President Magufuli did not explain why Napi Nnauye had been pushed out of the cabinet. On Tuesday, an investigating team formed by Mr. Nnauye recommended disciplinary action against embattled Dar es Salaam Regional Commissioner Paul Makonda, following allegations that he stormed into the offices of Clouds Media Group on Friday. Reports said that Mr. Makonda was unhappy that the TV station had failed to run a story that would have portrayed a local cleric in a bad light. Mr. Makonda and the religious leader have had a public disagreement over an alleged drug scandal in the past. Moving on to health news, medical charity Maisons Sans Frontières has held trials of a new vaccine to fight rotavirus as a game changer. Rotavirus is a fatal diarrheal disease which kills about 500,000 children a year in sub-Saharan Africa. Health workers say the new vaccine is cheaper to make than other rotavirus vaccines and needs no refrigeration. In tests carried out in Niger, researchers found it was more than 60% effective. The vaccine, known as BRVPV, which is manufactured in India and licensed there, needs final World Health Organization approval before it can be used worldwide. After a 2013 discovery of underground lakes or aquifers in Kenya's arid Turkana region, residents who once covered many kilometers to find water are now able to use clean water to grow crops and water their animals. Kenya's north is particularly poor as droughts regularly decimate livestock, which herders depend on for survival.
Samson Ekwam is picking vegetables at his plot in Lodwar, the main town in Kenya's northern Turkana county. He is relatively new to farming. Until 2015, residents here struggled to grow anything in this arid part of the country. Turkana, which lies on the border with Ethiopia, is one of Kenya's most geographically and economically isolated regions. The recently opened Napu drip irrigation scheme is now giving farmers like Samson the opportunity to grow various crops after a 2013 discovery of vast underground lakes or aquifers in the county. I grow these vegetables, and when it's time to harvest, I give my customers a healthy bunch. They later sell the spinach and make a profit. I make at least 400 shillings per day, sometimes 300 shillings. When I make 400 shillings, the children use up 200, and I save 100 shillings in my account, and the remaining 100 I use for soda or water, so things have really changed. Kenya's north is particularly poor as droughts regularly decimate livestock, with traditional nomadic herders dependent for survival. The government says about 2.7 million people have been affected by an ongoing drought, and it estimates 20% of livestock have died in the arid and semi-arid counties, an area comprising about 80% of Kenya's land mass. Water pumps powered by solar panels push water into mounted storage tanks that feed the drip irrigation system. While initial tests at Lotikipi, the largest aquifer which is close to Kenya's border with southern Sudan, indicate that water there is too salty to drink, government officials say the Napu aquifer has a capacity of 1,292 million cubic meters of water per year, suitable for domestic use.
The quality of the water is various because there is a shallow aquifer which goes from the surface up to about 50 meters, comprising of alluvium or alluvial sands and soils and gravels. That aquifer has very fresh water, but then beneath there is another very huge aquifer whose water quality is inferior to the top aquifer. So currently the aquifer which is being exploited is the one at the top, but there are plans also to investigate the deeper aquifer to see whether, even if it cannot be used for domestic purposes, whether it can be used for irrigation and other purposes.
Turkana's underground lakes could help mitigate recurring hunger crisis, and the Ministry of Water says it's working on further research on the water reserves. More than a third of Kenya's 41 million people remain without access to clean water. In Turkana, only one permanent river is available to serve the county's 1 million residents, leaving the county highly dependent on groundwater sources.
Winemakers in Malawi are seeking to expand their businesses further after tasting success at home. Linga fruit wines are produced from 8 types of fruits locally grown by smallholder farmers in Malawi. The brand has grown popular at home over the years and has now found its market in the United Kingdom, with prospects the demand could grow to other countries in the future.
When Timothy Ingwira started building his wine business in 2006, a long-awaited dream was finally starting to take shape. Ingwira, who only processed wine as a hobby at first, says he was determined to go into commercial production one day. Today, Ingwira is a managing partner at Linga Fruit Wines, a family business based in Malawi's capital.
This is our main cellar, where we put wine that is to be stored for a longer time, usually from 1 year up to 5 years.
A biochemist by profession, Ingwira was introduced to winemaking in the 70s by a missionary. He says he made wines on a small scale over the years that were well received by colleagues and friends. After conducting thorough research, he decided to start commercial production 11 years ago. Linga now produces wine from 8 fruits grown in the country. The wines range from rosellas to fruity white wines. The wines are naturally fermented for years to achieve a unique, smooth taste. The company's products are sold in stores across the country. A 750 milliliter bottle of wine goes for about $7. The farmer supplies Linga with fresh guavas from her orchard.
I'm able to buy most of the things that I couldn't afford before. My life has changed. These fruits may look like ordinary fruits, but they are very profitable.
With the proceeds made from selling guavas to the winery, Kamfasula has been able to grow her herd of goats and has also bought some pigs.
And that's it on Network Africa. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tunisia Kwefagbiru.